But susu's a funny Indian word because all Indian people know the word susu. And let me tell you something, here's the fucked up part about it. It's not a real word. You can't write it, there's no script for susu. But Indians make up words all the time. They end up in our vernacular forever. Susu is one of those words because Indians make up words based on the sounds they hear. That's where susu came from. What's he doing? Susu. Ah, susu. There's all kinds of words that are made up that we all know. What's the Indian word for firecracker? Pataka. See, that's not a fucking word. That's the noise they make. Pataka. That's it. That's the noise. If my mom sees two people whispering, she'll go, look, son, they're doing kuspus. The hell is kuspus? You know, kuspus, 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 kuspus. The Indian word for flip-flops is chappals, but the nickname, chatpats. You know why? Because when you walk in, they go, chatpat, 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 chatpat. When I was in India, they have these three-wheeler taxis, and I was with my cousin. I go, hey, should I call a taxi? She goes, no, I will. Oi! Fatfatia! Oh, what? Fatfatia! What the fuck is a fatfatia? That's the noise they make. Fatfatia, 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 fatfatia. Why is it we can all hear the same sounds, but ethnically we can't describe it the same way? We can't. You ever see, if I ever have something I need to know the answer, like if there was a situation, say there was a fight that broke out, and I wanted to know what happened, I would have to ask a white guy. Because a white guy's the only one who'll describe it properly. What happened? Oh my God, dude, this guy rolled up, he started talking shit, and the other guy hit him. It was over. You ask an Indian guy the same question? I don't know what fucking noise he heard. What happened? This guy came up, blah, 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 and then fuck, he hit him with this. You heard fada fat? Jamaicans are the worst. You ask them, what happened? Why do I just come talk shit, lick him in the blood up, book it up. Book it up. What the hell did you hear book it up? What's your name? What? Priyan. Why do you say it like a? Why are you gonna be like I'm Priyan? Priyan. Relax. It's not that serious, dude. It's Priyan. Are you Indian there? Priyan. Have you gone back at all? I was there 2 years ago. I was in Bombay, and I was there. It's not a. We're not going. I'm just telling you I was there. It's not. Bombay wasn't the key word for you to win a prize. It was really the place I was at. I was in Bombay. Here's the trippy part. I was in Bombay 2 years ago, and I was there 1 month before the terror attacks happened. Remember the terror attacks that happened in 2008? Do you know about those, black guy? Not terror attacks, but the ones that happened to my people. Do you know about that? You don't really? You don't? He's like, what happened? You were in Senegal and they don't have news over there? Here's what seriously, there was a terror attack in India. It's not like 9/11. Here's the thing. 9/11 happened, it lasted 20 minutes. This terror attacks in India, 3 days. Only in India could that happen. It could end up like a cricket match. 3 days. It's like, we shall continue this terror tomorrow. But the terrorists have been with India for a long time. They have. They've been, well before 9/11 ever happened, the terrorists have been with India. And here's the messed up part. They keep hitting India, and India doesn't do back to anybody. It's like the terrorists hit us and we go, stop it. Don't do it, man.
Put the pants on, I said stop! I'll scratch you!
Those are pretty crazy terror attacks that happened in 2008. They were pretty nuts. Personally, not the worst ones that happened in Bombay. The worst terror attacks, in my personal opinion, happened in 2006. And I'm not basing it off destruction or how many people they killed, which was pretty crazy all on its own, but I'm basing it simply off of the date in which they chose to attack. You know, India got attacked on July 11th. We got hit on 7/11. It's almost like the terrorists had a sense of humor that day, you know? Should we get them on the 10th or the 12th? The 11th. The comedy practically writes itself.
Are you a doctor, sir? No. You? Do any of you brown bastards doctors in here tonight? Are you, buddy? You're a doctor? Good. What kind of doctor? First of all, what's your name? Nish. Is that the kind of market you're in, or? No? All right. What kind of doctor are you, Nish? You're a resident? What does that mean? Obviously, the rest of us are not fucking doctors, so we don't understand this weird doctor speak you're using. Internal medicine, as opposed to exterior ointments. Like, oh my God, my skin's burnt. Go see Dr. Nish. I can't help you. If you were burnt on the inside, I'm your guy. How old are you, Nish? 28, and you're already when will you be a full-fledged doctor? Never? The girl beside you. The girl beside you went. Damn. Is that your very supportive girlfriend? Wife, she's like, I don't have to be supportive anymore. This dumb motherfucker's never gonna become a doctor. Oh, Auntie, just laugh. When, Nish? Couple of years. Oh, so why are you saying no, wife? 2017? It's okay, it's a few years. What, are you a doctor too, sweetheart? You're a dentist. Ah, okay. Wouldn't you rather be the dentist? That way you could have her in your mouth, or? Auntie laughed at that one. That's the best part about that. And you're a doctor too, bro? You're a dentist. Okay, so 2 dentists and a doctor. And who, you too? What the fuck is going on in here? You're a doctor. Proper or dentist? Oh, dentist, okay. So, Nish, you're the only person that could help us in here tonight. Oh, that guy's a doctor too? What the fuck? Okay, hold on a second. Is this a doctor convention all of a sudden? Even the people of Saskatoon are like, the fuck are all these doctors doing here? And who's at the hospital right now? You're a doctor, you're a dentist, and you're a doctor, sir? What style? Sorry? Kidney. Okay. Kidney, internal medicine. Okay. Very useless doctors we have in here tonight. If it hurts when you pee, you want to go see that guy.
See some Asian people, that's good. They Chinese? Yeah. Woo! Saying that could be your last name. Woo! It's That's who can't do business together. Chinese people and Indian people cannot do business together. Because Indians cannot live without a bargain, and Chinese people cannot give you a bargain. Their objective is to get every penny from you, and ours is to keep every penny. There's a really bad power struggle there. I went to this Chinese mall. Some of you may know it, Pacific Mall. That's the wrong place for an Indian guy to go. I saw this bag. I wanted to buy this bag there. I go, how much? I go to the Chinese guy behind the counter. How much? He goes, $35. How about 30? And Chinese people will never tell you no. They'll tell you no, the longest no you've ever heard in your life. Like you just said, the most ridiculous thing they've ever heard in their life. I'll give you 30. No. No. I can't do $30. I sell you $30 today, you come tomorrow, I'll close down. I'm like, all right, well then give me a deal on the purse, man. I don't want to pay 35 bucks. Okay, 1 sec. I talked to my wife. 1 second. Thank you. Tông la, xinh xinh tông cô à. Không gọi. Okay, you seem like nice guy. I'll give you best price. 34.50. I'm like, that's 50 cents, man. He goes, 50 cents a lot of money. You save 50 cents here, then maybe you go somewhere else, you save another 50 cents. Then you have $1. Then you take your dollar, you go to the dollar store, you buy something else. He starts turning into my money manager or something. Let me financial plan for you. I'm like, you know what, dude? Forget it. I don't want it. It's not a deal. He starts telling me stuff that has nothing to do with anything. I go, I'm leaving. He goes, hey, be a man. Be a man. Do the right thing. What are you talking about, do the right thing? Maybe you don't buy the purse right now. You go you walk around the mall, you see something else. You don't buy, you come back, you say, hey, I want the purse for $34.50. I say no. You don't get for $34.50 now. Price gone up maybe $40. Be a man. We just can't do business, man. We can work together. We just can't work with each other, you know? Oh, man.
Look at all these Indian faces. Jesus Christ. Look at you brown bastards. God damn. Indians just look upset that they had to spend money to be here tonight, don't you? It's the look on their face, just... This is bullshit. I don't know why I'm spending money to see someone that looks just like me. I can stay home and look in the mirror. For free. We are an endless supply of cheap jokes. And you know what the best thing about it is? Indian people, we're proud of our cheapness. You're never going to insult us by calling us cheap. That's the best part, you know. You walk up to an Indian, you guys are cheap. Thank you for noticing. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. That guy just called you cheap. No, no, no. He pronounced it cheap. But what he was saying was smart. Very smart, he was saying. We're cheap. You know, here's the thing, too. It's not like I'm up here going, you Indian people are cheap, and I'm the one that's not. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I'm just as fucking cheap as you. The difference is now I have money. I'm just cheap in better stores. I'll be looking at like an Armani shirt. I hate when this happens. I'm looking at a shirt from like a high-end designer, and I flip the tag over, and I see made in India. I'm stuck with a real dilemma. I'm like, shit. Do I buy this? Or do I call my uncle? I wonder if he knows where this factory is. We are cheap. Everybody's cheap, aren't they? Never call white people cheap. White people get really upset when you call them cheap. You ever call the white person cheap? They get very angry. Because white people actually are probably the only people that aren't cheap. You ever call a white guy cheap? You're cheap. Fuck you, I'm cheap. I'll buy you a beer. You want a beer? That's how white guys get around being cheap. You want a beer? 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 Huh? You want a beer? Huh? Fuck you, I'm not cheap. I bought everybody beer. Everybody's cheap. It's all about levels, you know?
Black people are cheap as shit. And I tell you why, because I know I grew up around enough black people to know exactly how cheap you are. I remember going to my best friend Marlon's house when I was a kid. I'd go there and be like, hey, Marlon, can I have some cereal? Yeah, go ahead, help yourself. Here's the thing, Marlon and I have been friends for 31 years. Best friends for 31 years, and I didn't realize he had a lisp until I did an impression of him. Like, Stacko, can I get some cereal? Yeah, go ahead, help yourself. I was like, son of a bitch, he has a lisp. So I go pour some cereal, I go to get the milk. I'm like, yo, you only got this much milk left. Oh, shit. All right, give me the jug, I'll make some more. What do you mean you'll make some more? He takes the jug of milk, shoves it under the sink, and starts filling it with water. I'm like, yo, this barely looks like milk. It's skim milk. Now, my Asian couple, you are Asian, I'm assuming. I did that all on my own, I guessed. What style of Asian are you, sir?
I'm a mix of Vietnamese and Chinese.
Vietnamese and?
Chinese.
And Chinese, yes. People think that's the same thing because they're ignorant, but they, like, isn't that two types of the same Chinese? No. It's not at all. Not even close to the same. So your family is Chinese and went to Vietnam, is that what happened?
My mom, yeah.
Your mom, yeah. And what's your name?
Jean-Philippe.
Jean-Philippe, yeah, for sure, yeah. Absolutely, yeah. 100%. Yeah. Now, when I think of those great Chinese, Vietnamese names, Jean-Philippe is always at the top of that list. I think it was right after the Ming Dynasty. There was the Jean-Philippe Dynasty. Oh, your parents really wanted to blend in, huh? We have an applicant here, Jean-Philippe, good Frenchman. Come on in. Oh, what the fuck is this? And that's your girlfriend, your wife?
My wife.
Hi, wife. How are you? And what's your background?
I'm Chinese.
You're Chinese, the real one, right? Yeah. And what's your name? Marie-Eve?
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn. That's more Chinese, yeah. Well, it could be. It could be like Jocelyn. You know what I mean? We don't know. Could be. We don't know. See, that's the thing. Asian people, Indian people, we know what we are. White folks, I feel bad for you because you ever ask a white person what they are, they just give you like a list of their greatest hits, like all their favorite things. What are you? Oh, my God, I'm such a mutt. Oh, my God, oh. Where do I start? I'm part German Shepherd, part... What do I like? Guacamole? I love guacamole. Has anybody ever done Ancestry.com or 23andMe? Yeah? You can't trust these websites, you know what I mean? They're not trustworthy. They're not designed for everybody. There's certain people who will never, ever have to go on an Ancestry website. Indian people will never have to go on an Ancestry website. First of all, we probably programmed the website. Jocelyn, my Chinese friend. What's your Chinese name, Jocelyn?
Bihuan.
Bihuan?
Yeah.
Bihuan with each other. It's not just a name, it's a message. There's a Mexican guy in there, hey, I'm Juan. Who else wants to be Juan? Chinese people shouldn't be allowed on Ancestry.com or 23andMe either. There should be like a filter that can like detect Chinese names. The minute it sees like a X-I-U, a mirror just pops up. Bing! Hey, asshole. Take a closer look. Give me one possibility of something other than the obvious. Go ahead, I'll wait. Save your credit card info. Go to Alibaba.com.
enter promo code B1. Those websites are really ideally designed for white Americans because, you know, there's a difference between white Canadians and white Americans. I feel like Americans are the only true white people in the world, and let me explain. Like Canadians, doesn't matter what color, race you are, we all know whose land this really is. You know what I mean? We all know this is First Nations land. Every single one of us knows that, and we're like, thanks for letting us stay, you know? Americans are white people because they really believe that's their land over there. Europeans aren't white to me, you know what I mean? Europeans can't be white. I told a Russian guy the other night, I said, are you white? He goes, yes. I go, no, you're not. He goes, what do you mean I am not? I go, you can't be white. You have your own language, your own culture, your own food, your own country, a brand new country. What? What happened? Wait, why isn't it funny when it happens to you, but it's fucking hilarious when it happens to us? Yeah, hypocrites. You got to be careful. They throw these little curveballs at you. They have two curveballs that they throw at white people. One for white men and one for white women. The most common curveball for white men, I'll be like, what did you find out that you didn't know about yourself? And they'll be like, I found out I'm part Native American. I'm part Cherokee. I'm like, dude, you're not even part owner of a Jeep Cherokee. You're not even... And I think they're trying to eradicate racism through white women because white girls will get this one more often. They'll be like, oh my God, Megan, I just got my results back. It turns out I'm 0.0000.2% sub-Saharan African. Megan, I'm black. It's a whole new world for me, Megan. I'm afraid of the police. My credit just took a shit. I think I'm pregnant. Fuck you, Megan, you cracker bitch. You don't know what it's like to be a black woman in North America. Say it with me, Megan, my life matters. Nice. Are you Australian as well? No? Are you German? Sorry? Romanian. Ooh. Ooh, I learned something in Romanian. This is amazing. Do you know how to say I'll do it in Romanian? Yeah, look at her. Just get her on film. How do you say I'll do it in tell me how to say I'll do it in Romanian. Is it yow? Yeah. That's how you say I'll do it in Romanian. It's amazing. That's why Romanians don't travel. Hey, can you do me a favor? Yow! What's your name? Sorry? Juana? Sure I do, yeah. It's really up to Tony at this point. I mean, but yeah. Did you know that, Tony? How long have you been married to this woman? 7 years? You held up 6. He goes 7. This is why Indians laugh at the rest of you when it comes to math. 7. Idiot. The man is not bright. You guys good? All your body language is the same. They're all trying to. Are you cold? Is that what it is? If you're cold, sweetheart, you have a sweater tied around you. If you put it on, you won't be cold. I'm not supposed to tie the sweater around you. Do you have socks tied around your ankle? Even the guy with the turban's laughing at you. Even he's like, it's not a turban, it's a scarf. You know? I am like her, but with a scarf. Oh, damn, that's a big guy right there. Look at that. And you look like it just looks like everybody's tiny around him. How tall are you, bro? 6'2"? Why do you look so big? You look way bigger than 6'2". What are you, all torso? What's wrong with you? What do you weigh? A lot? Who are you telling? 300. Yeah, well, it's not like it's sitting in one place. It's all over. What do you do for a living? Investment guy? What does that mean? Do you walk up to people and make them invest? Boom, 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 boom. Have you thought about investing today? How you doing, buddy? You good? Good? All right, good talking to you. What's your name? Arn? That's your full name? Like A-R-N? Does it mean something more powerful in Croatian? Arn. It means something you use to press your clothes with. You need to use a hot iron. Is that your lovely wife with you? Good? Good job. You did better than you should. Let's be honest. Are you from here, Arn? Where are you from? Where? Oh, Belgium. What the fuck are you doing here? I was already in Belgium on this tour. Well, the Belgians aren't very bright, are they? Where is he? In Antwerp. Too far. I'll see him in Zagreb. Your wife was from there too? You're from here? Where are you from? Mississauga. So you're Croatian. Yeah. It's basically... There's a ton of you guys in Canada. I don't know if you're aware of that. And they still think they're in fucking Croatia. I dated a Bosnian chick and hung around a bunch of Croatians, and they told me they kept calling her the Bosnian bitch. Why do you bring the Bosnian bitch here? Her name was Sanja Mitrovic. They used to call her Sanja Mega Bitch. Are you bringing Sanja Mega Bitch with you? How you doing, buddy? You a fighter, or do you just wear ugly shirts? You fight for a living? No, you just like the shirt? Nobody likes those shirts. Fucking Mirko Krokop wouldn't wear that shirt. No, thank you. What's your name, bro? What? Ivan? So Ivan? Why did you make it sound like your name was like perfectly 50-50? I'm very even. You a Libra? Because I am. I'm very Ivan too. Good. How old are you there, Arn? You look old. I mean that in a positive way. How old are you, Ivan? I mean Arn, sorry. Getting my white people mixed up. I know. It happens. You're probably looking at me and wondering how I'm also sitting right there at the same time. I get it. No, the brown one, Clay. Yeah, that one behind Arn. Yeah. Do you guys know what you're doing tonight, camera guys? Yeah, that one. Yeah. There you go. That's not good. Stay with the group, Clay. Stay with the group. How old are you, Arn? 40. Oh, you're younger than me. What the fuck, Arn? You okay? Jesus. Things all right? What's going on? You have some stress going on in your life? You want to talk about things? What's up? As he points at her, you're Canadian, you understand. 45, goddamn. I'm 48 this year, dog. It's over for me. You have any health things going on yet? Other than advanced aging? What do you got? It'll happen. 45 is when it starts. Your body just goes, fuck it.
So we take off now, right? And actually, before we take off, I say to one of the military guys, I go, hey, where's the ship? He goes, I can't tell you that, sir. That's confidential information. I'm like, oh, cool. Then I realized something. I'm an Indian guy on a U.S. military vehicle, and I don't know where the fuck I'm going. What if they change their mind? What if, like, you know what, he kind of fits the description of, maybe we should just haul him in for questioning, right? So we take off, and after we take off, this military guy comes over and goes, the ship is located off the coast of Oman. I go, oh, okay, why are you telling me now? Because you have no one to tell. I'm like, it's true, I don't have anyone to tell. So we take off, and we're in the air, and these two big military guys get up, and they go, we're gonna let you know when we're gonna land. Now, when you and I hear somebody on a plane tell us, we're gonna let you know where we're gonna land, you think in your head, all right, the guy's gonna get up right before we land and go, all right, guys, here we go. Because that's positive thinking. So we're approaching the ship now, right? Now, when you land at an airport, you know you're gonna land because you feel the plane, the nose come up, and you feel the engine slow down, and and the pilot will make an announcement, we just dropped down to 10,000 feet, we're approaching LaGuardia Airport right now. And you feel at ease, and then the plane, and then it slows, and then you're about to land. Well, on a military plane, when you're landing on an aircraft carrier, there's only so much landing room you have before you end up in the fucking ocean, right? Because when you land at an airport, you hit the ground, and you drive around until you slow down, and then you end up at the gate, and then you get off, and everybody's ha-ha-hee. Well, as you're approaching the aircraft carrier, instead of slowing down, the pilot speeds up. And instead of descending, he just drops. He just keeps dropping. Because he's trying to get level with the ship. So he doesn't have to hit the deck so hard, right? He's trying to land, just hit it and stop. But he's speeding up just in case, because on the top of the ship is a wire, and at the bottom of your plane is a hook. And that hook is supposed to catch the wire, and that stops you from becoming fish food. So we're approaching the ship now, and we are, because you can feel the plane speeding up, and you can feel the plane dropping. And every drop, you find out exactly how salty your balls are. Because every drop is boom, and then ha, and then boom, ha, right? So we're approaching the ship now, and we're up to literally 200 miles an hour, right? And as we're about to land, these two big military guys get up and go, now! And you go, ah! And you hit the deck of the ship, and you're doing 200 miles an hour. And as soon as you hit the deck, the plane stops. You go, bam! And you stop. And your asshole. Did you know that it could come out of your body about 6 inches? Your asshole literally goes, whoa, and whoa. It literally touches cloth and goes back up. And and you're afraid to move for 5 minutes. Because you're trying to determine, is my ass just sweaty? Or did I just shit myself? Is there a Hershey's Kiss in my underwear right now?
Italy was cool, man. It was wicked when I went to Italy. This freaked me out.
Brown people, you got to go to Italy. It'll mess them up. I went to Italy. The Italians thought I was Italian. And I didn't have the heart to tell them I wasn't Italian, right? Because it seemed kind of cool to be Italian for a little while. Until they started speaking Italian to me. Then I just looked like I was retarded, you know? Because they're walking out to me on the street. Ah, signore, sono dove cordici, pascodonte, pascattini, mariotte, mariti. Campaniotti, mariotte. Sì. Sì, man. Then when I told the guy I was Indian, he would freak out. Indiano? No, Indiano. No, Indiano. Mario, che cazzo va Indiano? No, no, Indiano. Like I told him I was a friggin' ghost or something. No. Because they can't picture Indian people that are just normal over there, you know? In their heads, Indian people are... And we show up and shatter their miserable dream for them. If you guys get a chance to go to Italy, it's cool, man. You don't even need to learn how to speak Italian. That's the good part. All you need to do is learn how to read their hand signals. Because every word in Italian has a hand signal that goes with it. Everything. It's like they all used to be deaf at some point, you know? Everything. Hey, 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 down here, hey. What the fuck? Do you know that? I swear to God, this in Italian, you know what this means? This is what the fuck in Italian. Right here, this little hand motion is what the fuck. They'll look at you and they'll go, hey! This is what the fuck in Italian. You know what this means in Indian? You want to eat? You want to eat. Imagine an Italian guy walking into an Indian restaurant. Hey, what the fuck? Hey. Buffet is over there. And you watch your language, or somebody gonna get hurt real bad.
These kids will never lose. They're all winners. I didn't like when somebody else felt like they were better than I was. Well, they were fucking better than you. That's the problem in life. There are people that are better than you. If we were all equal, there's no reason for us to sit here like this. Because you'd all be going, I could do that. I could do that. That's what I'm saying. We're all the same. We're all equal. No, motherfucker, we're not. We start off equal, and then it's up to you. But that's what we did. We took all adversity away from these generations. Everything that was like bullying and all that shit, that made us stronger people. Now these kids are fucking weak. They get freaked out. They're very involved with their feelings. How old are you, dude? You look young. No, the guy, not you don't look young. You got excited as shit, didn't you? Me? No, motherfucker. You look like a clean-shaven Indian Jesus. Jesus Christ. You look like Indian Jesus went to a Turkish barber or some shit. I meant that kid. 25, yeah, you know what I mean. You're from that generation, you know, like where you guys, and then, you know, I'm not saying you personally, but it could be, I don't know, you know. But your generation is very involved in your feelings. Like everything is about how they feel. How was the show? There was times where I felt cringe. And I felt feelings because I feel feels and I felt feels with a feeling. And I know that if I feel things that it's real because feel and real rhyme, it has to be something from the universe because I feel it inside. And, like everything is about their fucking fuck your feelings. That's what I say. I don't give a shit how you feel, all right? We all feel different things at different times. I woke up this morning, guess what I felt? Fucking tired. You know what I felt after I had breakfast? I felt like I took a nap and I felt better. Your feelings change. I'm from the generation where nobody asked how you felt unless you were sick. Hey, I heard you were sick. How do you feel? I feel better. Thanks for asking. But nobody randomly came up to me and was like, hey man, hey Russell, how do you feel? Huh? What do you mean? Like, are you happy? Are you sad? How do you feel? Like, I feel irritated that you're asking me this stupid fucking question. But this generation will be like, hey man, you feel good? Are you feeling happy? Yeah, thanks for asking. I feel so good. Fucking feelings. That's why they'll do this bullshit, because we took adversity. Or they're like, huh, We got nothing wrong in our lives. What should we do? If I'm a boy, I could say I'm a girl. If I'm a girl, I could say I'm a boy. And they're like, nah, that's been done. Ooh, what do we do? What if we claim to be neither? But if we act really angry about it, they have to believe it. I like it. I'm going with it. And if they question it, tell them it's how you feel. Because nobody can question your feelings. Listen, here's what you need to understand about your feelings. Your feelings are fucking irrelevant. They're not real. In 150 years from now, when you're dead, your feelings are gone. They can find your bones, scrape the DNA, and they get all your information without any fucking feelings attached. What do we got here? It's male, 40, 180 pounds, died of cancer. Oh, it says here, felt like it was a table. All right. You guys having a good time now? Nice. So this is we're getting an idea of the show now. You know what I'm saying? So let me tell you something. My parents now have been in Canada 41 years. They moved from India to Canada 41 years ago. I don't know how they picked it or whatever, but they were like, Canada. And I was like, okay, well, maybe when you get there you'll be able to say it. So, but when my dad first moved to Canada, he didn't just want to live here, you know what I mean? He didn't want to be a guy that just lived in Canada. He wanted to become a Canadian. And he thought that there was things that you could do to become a Canadian, like you just do a couple of things and bang, overnight you're a Canadian, you know what I mean? And he used to come up with these schemes when I was a kid. I remember one time when I was a little kid, he called me, he was like, son, come here. Here's the thing with Indian parents, too. They never just tell you directly to come and do something. It's just not that kind of culture, you know what I mean? Indian parents will not boss you around like that. Hey, come here. Because they have salesmen built into them, you know what I mean? No matter what the situation is, they feel the need to convince you to do something, you know what I mean? And sometimes they'll just take one word and make it sound like a question to make you come there and be like, Russell, come. 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 So remember this one night, right? My dad was like, son, tonight we will become Canadians. I said, Dad, I was already born here. I think I got it covered. Okay, but what's your plan? He goes, son, I have bought a barbecue. I go, well, what are you going to do? Cook the rest of Canada and we're the only ones left? No, Canadians like to eat the barbecue. I go, Dad, they don't actually eat the barbecue, but I think I know where you're going with this. I go, what's your plan? He goes, tonight, we will have a barbecue in the backyard. We will invite all the neighbors. They will come over, eat our food, and think we are a Canadian. I said, Dad, if they eat our food, they're going to know we're not Canadian. Our food will have flavor. It's funny, sometimes Canadian people, white folks get mad at that joke. Hey, hey, hey. You don't diss our boiled potatoes. Right, sometimes I put salt in that water. So my dad said, no, son, I have bought white food for the barbecue. I go, what the hell is white food? You know, hamburgers, hot dogs. Hamburgers and what? Hot dogs. What the hell's a hot dog? Hot dog, you know? Hot dog. Garam kuttas. Oh, hot dogs. Well, whatever fancy name you want to give them. And I remember that night, you know, my dad had all the neighbors over, and he was standing behind the grill looking so proud, and I walked back in the backyard, and he goes, "Huh, son, huh? Do I look Canadian?" I go, "You look like an Indian guy in Canada." "But is everybody having a nice time?" Like, everybody seems to be having a nice time. "Then why do you keep on staring at me?" "Well, the rice keeps falling through the grill." "This is a stupid method for cooking. Show me how to do this." Show. What's your name, buddy? Dennis. Wow, that's... You did that to him? He's a red-headed kid named Dennis. Did you never read a comic book, Dad, ever? Thank God he's not an ugly red-headed kid, you know what I mean? Because that'd be really up. He's got a good shaped face on him. He'll be fine, you know. He'll be bagging baddies in no time. Put the little ginge in the minge, you know what I mean? A little... That's the one that got you there, Clay. How old are you, Dennis? 14. Oh, boy, this is a rough time, Dennis. I apologize, buddy. Is that your brother over there? He just looks like you with brown hair. How old are you, brother? Huh? 18. Okay, 14 and 18. Why do you look older? Why do you look bigger than him, Dennis? Are you bigger than your 18-year-old brother? That's awesome. Do you up now? 14 and 18, man. And that's your dad beside you? Hey, Dad, way to go. You know, we know what you're doing in the bathroom, Dennis. You know. If you're not, then leave your phone outside the bathroom when you go take a shower. And I want you to feel better about yourself, Dennis. Your dad does it too still. Don't worry about it. And here's the good news, Dennis. Your dad's face is as red as your hair now. This is amazing. And your mom just vomited a little bit, so... That's going to be a quiet ride home, huh? Anybody want any gananakwe, kanarakwe, pananakwe back there? I worry about the future, man. Not Dennis's, we know what he's doing, but I worry about your future, Ella. You know why? There's a lot of things happening, you know. You know, my generation, you know what my generation says about yours a lot? A lot. We say this a lot, and it's not fair. We say, generation's too sensitive. Everything bothers them. They get so offended by everything. We say that about you, but that's not fair, because the reason you're sensitive is because of my generation. My generation started political correctness. If we didn't do that, we'd be fine right now. But here's the thing. We did it out of necessity. We didn't do it because we were bored. We created political correctness because our parents' generation was insane.
You got to figure, my father was born in 1925 in India under British rule. Do you know how nuts my dad was? My dad spoke English so racistly all the time. You wonder why I'm this way? Like my dad, I'm like, Dad, why do you say so much racist stuff? How can it be racist? I learned English from the British. They are the least racist people. If they were so racist, why would they stay with us for hundreds of years?
Oh, man. Any Italian people in the house tonight? Italians? Are you real Italian or are you like a New York Italian? In New York, that's not fucking real Italian, you know. You what? Your parents are from Italy, so do you speak Italian? Oh, well then you're a real Italian. As long as you speak Italian, to me, you're a real Italian. Because you meet a lot of people in New York that are Italian, but don't speak a fucking word of Italian. But they act more Italian than the actual Italians do. I was standing in Manhattan, I was standing right in Times Square the other day, and this Italian dude walked past me. He had what I thought was like an Indian girl. Looked like an Indian girl. And they walked past me. I was just standing there chilling. Times Square, you can just stand there and look at shit. So they walked past, and I didn't check out his girl. All I did was this. They walked past. I was like, it's an Indian thing. The minute Indian people see another Indian person, we're like, oh. I thought I was the only one. That's the bubble we live in. But I didn't gawk. They walked by and I just did this. And I just continued looking at whatever, nothing. I was just looking at Times Square. You're just fucking looking at shit. And I don't know how this dude saw me. But all of a sudden behind me I hear, "Hey!" And it's Times Square, so you don't pay attention to every A that you hear. So I'm just, "Hey! Hey, dick face!" I was like, dick face? I want to see who this dick face is. Huh? I'm like, it's very close to my fuck face. What is if this is a fuck face, what's a dick face? I don't know what a dick face is. I don't know what a dick face is. So I want to see, where is this dick face? He goes, "Hey, dick face!" And I go, and he goes, "Yeah, you!" I'm like, "I'm dick face?" Where the fuck do you get the balls to look at my girl? Because this is what they do, is when they get angry, they'll ask you a question, and it's a really fucked up question. And it's a rhetorical question, to be honest with you. But they ask you like you're supposed to answer. They wait for you to answer. Where the fuck, let me ask you a question. Where the fuck do you get the balls to look at my girl? Where? And I'm like, what? Where? Show me. Why don't you fucking show me? Take me to the fucking store where you got the balls to look at my girl. Where the fuck did you get the fucking balls? Where? And I panicked, right? I'm like, Costco. Got a jar.
When I'm sleeping with my girlfriend and say it happens periodically. So like 3:30 in the morning, I'll just get awakened by my bladder. My body, I'll wake up and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta pee. But then I'm like, you know what? I don't want to disturb her by getting out of bed, so I'm not gonna do it. And then I start thinking, if I get out of bed and go pee, then I'm gonna wake up and I won't be able to get back to sleep. So I'm like, I'm gonna risk a bladder infection, and I'm gonna sleep through this. And then I fall back asleep, and then about 20 minutes into my sleep, I start dreaming about peeing. That's your body going, hey, didn't I just try and tell you something a minute ago? And when you start dreaming about it, that's when you wake up and go, okay, it's real. I gotta do this now. And that's where I decide I have to go to the bathroom. And let me tell you something. I become the most stealth-like ninja you've ever seen in your life when it comes to sneaking out of that bed. I start edging towards my side of the bed, right? But while I'm doing this, I'm piling up the blankets behind her, so it feels like I'm still there, right? And then when I get to the edge of the bed, I literally pour myself out, like. And then when I get up, you have to make this announcement before you go to the bathroom. If you leave your woman in bed alone, you just have to, it's more of an insurance policy. You just have to go, I just gotta go pee. And she doesn't have to hear it, she doesn't have to react to it, but you have to put it out there. She'll hear it somehow, like she could be dreaming about playing tennis. Just gotta pee. And then when I head to the bathroom, I know where all the squeaks are on the floor, so I avoid those. It's like watching Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, where he's getting through the lasers. And then when I eventually make it to the bathroom door, you have to grip the handle very tightly, all right? Pay attention, fellas. You grab the handle to the bathroom very aggressively, because if you half-ass grab the handle, it's going to slip out of your hand and go, flaboing, bang, bang, and then what happened? Right, so you have to grip it very firmly, and then you open it slowly. I open it so slowly that you could hear the spring inside recoiling. Bang, 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 and you're like, shut up, door. And then when you unlock it, you have to open it swiftly. You can't do it slow in case the door squeaks. Right, so you have to do it fast. So it's. And then you reach around inside and you grab the handle and you close the door, and then bing, 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 bing. Now you can head to the toilet. Now this is where you got to pay attention, guys. When you get to the toilet and you start peeing, you have to pee to the inside of the bowl. You do not want to hit water. You just want to hit the inside of the bowl. It'll fall into the water. Because there's no sense you go through all this tiptoeing and ding, 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 and then she's sleeping and all of a sudden she just hears. So you have to pee to the inside of the bowl, right? And then when I'm done, I take the seat and the lid and I close it, and then I flush. See, because I'm trying to mute the noise as much as possible. And then I stand there until the tank refills. And then I head back to the bed. I don't wash my hands. All right, listen, I took a shower right before I went to bed. And it's my dick. It wasn't dragging through mud all day. It was asleep. It was nothing. And just so you know, ladies, in the middle of the night when a guy does go to the bathroom, 9 times out of 10, we don't even use our hands. We pee like Superman. So then when I head back to the bedroom, right, I tiptoe when I get there and everything. And when you get to the bed, I put my shoulder on it first, right? And then I put one leg up, right? So there's an even distribution of weight, right? And then I just do this little jujitsu kind of roll, right? Roll over, and then I roll and my arm ends up, bam, right around her. And she has no clue that I left to go to the bathroom. And we do it this way, ladies, because we care about your sleep.
And I don't speak Arabic. Sadly, I don't speak any other languages. I know, phrases and stuff in other people's languages, but I have a theory. If you don't speak another language, you can fake it. The trick is to know what another language sounds like. And then when you do your impression of it, sound angry when you do it. Because when you're angry, you'll screw up whatever you're trying to say anyway.
It doesn't matter what language, even if you speak the language. You know, just, you'll get angry and you'll screw it up. So if you know what it sounds like, you can fake it by just sounding angry. Like, I'll give you an example. If I went to India, there's over 200 languages in India. I don't know any of them at all. I know like a couple of greetings, but I don't know enough to get me in or out of trouble. But I know what they all sound like. And if I was stuck in India and I needed some help, I would just fake it. They would never know. I could be stuck in India in a market, I'd be like, they won't know. They'll be like, oh my God, he's very angry. I don't know. I don't know what dialect that one is, but this man is very angry. He's most angry. He's very cross, so cross. That's what Indian people do. We don't want that bad energy in us. We take it and throw it out of our heads. We don't get out of my head and into my car. Same thing with any language you can fake. And I'm going to Hong Kong in a couple of weeks. If I get stuck there, fuck it. I don't speak Cantonese, but I know what it sounds like. I'll just act angry. I don't know what language that man is speaking. But whatever the case, he's very mad. So mad. I've never seen somebody so mad in my life.